I am working on a Saturday. Hello. Welcome back. So John, thank you for taking it. So John, you remember that? Remember when you used to hate it when I said your name? Well, John, I'm glad you took it in a philosophical direction. I want to talk about something philosophical too, and I'm going to kind of reason it out because I'm not sure where I stand on it. It occurred to me this week, as I was both commending myself for not spending as much money in the past month and also lusting after lots of tech gadgets, that I'm a bit of a hypocrite. And in fact, most of us are hypocrites. Not in the all talk and no action sort of sense, and not even in the willfully ignorant or passively stupid sense. The sense that I'm talking about is that most of us are hypocrites, but we're kind of a new breed of hypocrite. We're completely cognizant of our own hypocrisy, and in many cases, we celebrate it. In my head, I've started calling this behavior the Whitman clause. Now, John, you and I know about good old Walt Whitman and his Song of Myself because we're lit nerds. But for anyone unsure, here's a quick explainer. Walt Whitman was an American writer in the 1800s, most famous for his book of poems called Leaves of Grass. It was pretty confessional for the time, and people either loved it or hated it. It was supposed to be an epic of sorts, an American epic, but because of its polarizing content, it never really got huge recognition. So in the poem Song of Myself, which is in Leaves of Grass, he writes the line, do I contradict myself? Very well then, I contradict myself. I am large, I contain multitudes. So I view the modern day equivalent to this being basically, do I contradict myself? Fuck it, I invoke the Whitman clause. Like I said, I view this as having both good and bad uses, so let's talk about it a little bit. Probably way too much. Also, that noise in the background is the washer. Why are we always doing laundry during these things? So let's start with a good example. My father would always talk about the last couple of years when he'd been like, this is my last year of teaching. No, wait, this is my last year. No, wait, this is my last year. I love you. He would always think that that was a bad idea, basically. John doesn't know what he has. It's such a good job, it pays him well, you would get tenure, you'll have great benefits, etc., etc. And I think that all of the stuff that he mentioned was very, very, very important to his generation. But because I think of the internet and of international travel becoming easier and cheaper, and being able to see documentaries from far off places and being able to see the crazy stuff that people do. People make these for a living. Cool. Now you couldn't see my hand. Awesome. Fantastic. You just are aware of so many more options now that we value flexibility and freedom at our jobs more. I'm not wearing any pants right now. So I think that that's a good thing. We have more of an impetus to go search for what is going to make us happy. And I think there's more of a possibility now of us being able to make money and provide off of something that makes us happy. So basically what I'm saying is, I applaud your decision. Find something that is going to make you happy. I think that is a worthwhile thing. And I think it's something that's both easier for our generation to do and more important to our generation. Do I contradict myself? Very well then, I contradict myself. I am large, I contain multitudes, I can do other shit. What is our generation though? I'm not exactly Generation X, Y, Generation getting old. I think it's Generation getting old. Alright, so let me try to think about a bad example of this. Maybe any politician from the last 2,000 years? Possibly. Here's what I'm saying. We have so much information at our fingertips now that with a little research, we can defend any position at all. Like it said in Newsroom, we don't choose the news we want now, we choose the facts we want now. And I think most of us, being humans, want to either fit in or stand out from any group that we find ourselves in, because we want to be recognized as individuals and as important people to whatever peer group we're in. So we mold our opinions to whatever peer group is around us a little bit. I've seen this happen at bars, I've seen it happen at work, and I think that sometimes we use this wealth of information to edit ourselves, to make ourselves more presentable, and when we do that too much, it starts to kind of eat away at our individuality. And I think that that's when it starts to become, kind of dangerous. Ironic that in our search to become more individual, we end up becoming less individual. That's funny. Like I said, I don't really know what I think about this. I think it can be both good and bad, but somewhere in my past, in a writing workshop or perhaps in a therapy session, somebody said, you can't talk about a problem until you name it. So I want to name it, and I want to call it the Whitman Clause. That's pretty much time again. Thank you for watching this and listening to me. Have a lovely week ahead, and I look forward to Wednesday when I will see more videos. Peace out. This week we learned that when I'm in the office alone, I swear audibly in a bad Scottish accent.
Ah, you fucking bastard.